plus 1, that's 101, right? Questions. How many 101s do we have there? How many 101s? How many? How many? How many 101s? I got two answers. Some people say 100, some people say 101. Okay, we have 100 numbers here, right? So if we have 100 numbers, we should have 100 101s right here. So we have twice the sum we want to find. So this is 2m. 1m plus 1m, that's 2m. So 2m is going to be equal to 101 plus 101 plus 101 plus 101, blah, 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 plus 101. How many 101s? 100 101s. So 2 times m is equal to 100 101s. Multiplying by 100 is really easy, right? 100 101s is 10,100. We just write 2 zeros at the end. And that's 2 times m. So m is going to be half of that, right? M is going to be half of 10,100. That's 5,050. And that's the answer. The sum of the first 100 numbers is 5,050. That's it. What do we need to do this problem? We just need to know how to add. So this problem can be solved by an elementary school student. The sum of the first 100 numbers. We don't need a calculator to find that the answer is going to be 5,050. So did you understand what we do, what we are doing here in this problem? How the problem was solved? Because if you understood the idea behind the problem, now you should be able to find the solution for any problem similar to this. I have a question about it. Should you be taking notes? Not exactly right now, because this is not going to be in the homework. This is just the first class, and I'm just doing a general presentation about why it's important to learn some math concepts, why it's important to learn the language of mathematics. So, but still, it's interesting. I mean, it's interesting that you know how to solve this problem. Let's see if you understood the idea. Let's see. Find the answer to the sum of the first 1,000 numbers. Let me see if you understood how I did it. Let's call that number T. Can you do it? Can you solve that problem? That's the way I solved the problem of the first 100 numbers. Could you apply exactly the same idea to solve the problem for the first 1,000 numbers? What do you think? Oh, you already have an answer. Wow, less than 1 minute. And I think it's right. So I'm going to give you 2 minutes, 3 minutes to solve it. And when you solve it, you write the answer in the chat, you participate by, it does not matter, your answer is not right. Now, if you don't know how to do it, you need to ask something else. Either you give me an answer or you give me a question. You cannot be sleeping in the class. Either you participate by giving answers or you participate by asking questions. It's the same, it's participation, right? Oh, we already have 4 answers, pretty good. Wow, you guys are fast, man. Lenny Fraser took like less than 1 minute to give me the right answer. And then Christopher, Michael, Nicole, Anna, no, Aroa. So what about the rest of you? The rest of you can find the right answer to the sum of the first 1,000 numbers, right? Okay, I have an answer for Kyle. Who else? And this is the way I'm gonna know you are here, right? Because if you are here and you don't answer, probably you weren't really here, right? Even your name is showing. You need to give me an answer. Every time I ask a question, you need to give me an answer or a question. Either. Okay. So I'm gonna give you 30 more seconds. What you're going to do is write these bad words. So you're gonna have 2t is equal to 1001 plus 1001 plus 1001 plus 1001 plus 1001. How many 1001s? That's 1,000 1001s, right? So this is 1,001,000, and that's 2t. So this half that. We don't even need a calculator because half of 1,000,000 is 500,000 and half of 1,000 is 500. So the answer is gonna be 500,500. That's it. That's the answer. And look, this is a pretty hard problem. I mean, pretty long problem because we are adding 1,000 numbers. I mean, this is pretty impressive. We can add 1,000 numbers without using any calculator. Basically, just using our brain, and we can do this in less than 2 minutes. It's really impressive, the power of using ideas to solve difficult problems. So we are gonna yeah, Rance, yes, I got your answer. So we're gonna be trying to solve problems like this. I mean, sometimes we're gonna be solving trivial problems, but I'm going to try to include problems that are not trivial, that need for you to think a little outside the box, because that's when you really learn, when you try to solve these problems, when you try to pursue these ideas. For example, I already knew how to do this, and not because I'm a genius. I just have the experience, and that's what happened when people have more knowledge, when people have more experience. They can see more, they can solve more problems. They have a better understanding of reality, and if you are competing in the marketplace, having a better understanding of reality is going to give you a really big advantage over the competition. So the problems I just showed you are arithmetic problems. I showed you those problems because they are kind of fast to show. But in this class, we are going to be talking about statistics, about problems related to the math behind statistics problems. So, but I wanted to show you so you have an idea about why it's important to use the language of math to understand reality, because we as humans using our senses is not enough to understand the way reality works. We make mistakes all the time, every day, about all kind of things. Our brain is not enough, our sight is not enough, our hearing is not enough. So we need the language of science, and in this case, we need the language of math to have a better understanding of reality. By next class, I'm gonna ask you a little homework. Let me show you. Let me show you in Blackboard. I'm kind of new to Blackboard also, so please bear with me. In Blackboard, there is some place called discussions right here, and in discussions you're gonna have this board about this forum about examples of misleading use of statistics in the real world. What do I want you to do by next class, by next Thursday? I just want you to post here. Just post here as a thread. Find an example in the real world about using statistics to mislead. The idea is, please find examples about the misleading using of statistics. What do you need to do? You need to Google. That's all you need to do. Try to find interesting examples and mention what example it is. And if you have a link, post the link. Right, there are plenty of examples. There are hundreds of examples in politics. You can watch Fox News or CNN, and they have all kind of misleading statistics all the time, right? There are misleading examples in big pharma to push certain medications. There are examples, advertisings misuse statistics all the time to push products. So I want you to do this by next class. That is today or tomorrow. Please post right there in Blackboard. Post one example, find the example in the internet, write about the example a little, and if you have a link, post the link. And then if somebody posts an example that you think is not misleading, you can also participate by writing your idea why the example is not a good example, right? Because sometimes we can think that something is misleading and maybe it's not. Maybe they have the right science behind the example. So this is the first little homework. I want you to do this by next class. Right there in Blackboard, you just need to write your example right there. Also, please sign in to my lab. You already have a homework right there, but it's a homework. Let me show you. It's a homework you're used to understand the using of my lab. It's this homework. The homework is called orientation questions. For example, let me show you one question. Choose the smiling face. That's the question, right? Choose the smiling face. Which one is the smiling face? A, B, C, or D? So that's the first homework in the software. This is just so you are used to the software, right? So you know how to do certain things in the software. So that's what you really need to do. But this is really easy. I mean, you can do this in less than 15 minutes, I think. You're supposed to be able to access. There are some people that are telling me that they have some kind of problems. Send me an email and I see what I can do. But if the software is asking you to register and pay, then probably for some reason you don't have inclusive access or you opted out of inclusive access. I'm not really sure exactly how this works. I mean, I can ask or give you the email of the person you should refer to. but the course, both my two classes, or 158, are supposed to have inclusive access, so you are not supposed to be paying extra because you already pay, or you are gonna pay with your tuition. I mean, they are gonna take the money from your account, right? So let me know if you have some kind of trouble. I already have people that have registered with no problem, so I don't know why specifically some of you are having this question, this problem. Okay, so then you have two really little homeworks from next class. This about the smiling faces. I mean, all the questions are like this, and also the posting in Blackboard about in discussions about use some example of misleading use of statistics in the real world. There are hundreds of examples every day, and even people that should know better do this kind of mistakes. So I want you to post about that. So let me see. Now you have, if you have any questions so far, please let me know so I can answer the questions right here. Let me see. Let me see the questions you have. How do you get into the? Oh, you need to. Oh, sorry. How do you get to the questions? You need to go to Blackboard. Let me see. Let me use the student view. So you're gonna have these links, the Zoom class link. This is the Zoom link, the syllabus, and then the My Lab, right here. Then you go to My Lab, and then you're gonna get these options. The first options is my lab start all assignments. All the homeworks are gonna be here. So you press that link, and then the first time this is gonna appear the first time because you need to sign in. You need to sign in to My Lab. So you need to go and do that process. I accept, and then if you don't have an account with Pearson, they are gonna ask you to create an account. After doing that, let me exit this preview. After doing that, then you are gonna have something like this. You're gonna have your let's see. You're gonna have student home. This is gonna be the home, and then you're gonna have here, for example, this blue dot implies there is some homework here, and the homework is right here, orientation questions. This is the only homework that appears right now. But of course, there are gonna be more homeworks. Let me show you. This is the starter home. For example, these are gonna be some of the future assignments. They still haven't appeared because they are gonna appear later, but you're gonna have a lot of homeworks, right? So later you're gonna have the homework like this, right? We're gonna have like one homework for every section we are gonna cover. And well, there's gonna be a lot of there are some quizzes, but there are gonna be a lot of homeworks. Most of the homeworks are really easy. Well, of course there are gonna be some of them are gonna be difficult. Let's see more questions. How will we take the test if we are not able to be on campus? Will they be offered in online format? No. No, if you needed an online class, there were some options. I mean, there were some statistics totally online. This was not a totally online option. This was an hybrid option. Hybrid means you need to do some things on campus. So either you change to a totally online format, because there are some, but because here the exams are going to be in person. So you need to do the exam in person, you need to do the exam in campus. Unless the university does not allow to do it, right? Because things can change in 1 month. Maybe in 1 month, the university says that we cannot go to the campus anymore, right? If that's the case, then we are gonna do the exams online. But if that is not the case, if things continue like today, we are gonna do the exam, at least the 2 exams on campus. I already told you about the exams, about the value of the 2 exams. I already told you the value of the 2 exams is 25%. I don't remember. I don't remember if I did with you or did it last class. But let me, if I did, let me show you. About the grading, there are gonna be 2 exams around weeks 6 and 12. The value of the 2 exams is 25%. One of the exams is gonna be 15%. The other one is gonna be 10%. Which one is 15 and which one is 10? Whatever exam you get your highest grade, that is gonna be your 15%, and the lowest grade is gonna be your 10%. For example, if you get a 60 in the first exam and you get a 85 in the second exam, then the 85 is gonna be 15% and the 60 is gonna be 10%, right? That's the way this 15 plus 10 works. And also, as you can see, adding the numbers, the addition is 105. So the attendance is not mandatory, but the participation is 15%, and 15% is kind of a big number, right? 15% is the difference between 76 and 91. 76 is a C, 91 is an A. So participation is important, and participation means you need to be here. But still, if sometimes you cannot be here for some reason, just send me an email and tell me that you're not going to be here because whatever reason you have, or even if you have a personal reason, you don't need to tell me. But still, send me an email. Let me know that you are not that you can attend. I understand you. Sometimes you can, and as long as there are not too many of those, you're gonna be fine, right? You should be fine. Okay. Any other questions? You have to pay for Pearson. It depends. If you this course is supposed to give you the option of inclusive access. Inclusive access means, I mean, you are paying. The only difference is they are taking the money from your account, from your tuition. But this is still cheaper that way. But if you opted out of inclusive access, that is, if you don't want them to take in money from your tuition, if you want to pay yourself for all this stuff, then you need to do it, then you need to pay. And it's gonna be a little more expensive. But you should have the option with this course to use inclusive access. So I'm not totally sure how this works. I mean, how you opt out, but the default should be you have the access, you have the inclusive access, so you shouldn't have any trouble signing in with my lab. Will a TI-85 calculator be sufficient? Yes, that's a good calculator. Any calculator, any scientific calculator should be enough for the class. Also, even the exams are gonna be in person. I'm gonna let you have some kind of notes for the in-person exams. So you're gonna be able to use notes in the exam. Okay. Any other question? Let's see. Okay. You're asking about the access code from Pearson. I need to ask about that because I don't understand why some students need the access code and why some don't. Because I already have students that already sign. I mean, I can see the names in the my lab, and they didn't need the access code. So I'm not sure why some of you need the access code. But let me ask. Maybe it has to do with the inclusive access. So let me ask about that, and I let you know. Send me an email, and I let you know if I need to give you the access code. Okay. Any other question? All right. If you don't have any question, then that's it. That's it for today. And see you next Thursday. Thank you guys. Thank you for coming to this class. Sometimes I'm gonna have the chat open so you can talk and participate by talking. But by now today I didn't, right? But some days I'm gonna do it. So thank you and see you next Thursday.